So yeah, we had every reason to be bullish today. Unfortunately, I just Alright guys, so I did not take any trades today. I slept in later than I would have liked till about an hour and a half into the market open, I believe. So yeah, kind of a long time. Market had a big gap up today, so I'll show us. I'll go over the NQ first, and then I'll talk about the S&P. So, just looking at, we have this gap up. It's been bullish market structure for since August 8th. 5 days straight of bullish market structure. Believe there was maybe some pre-market news that led to a big gap up. Let me just look at this real quick. Yeah, so 6:30 news led to a huge gap up. Put my regular time frame back on, just market hours. So yeah, we had every reason to be bullish today. Unfortunately, I just missed out. I just slept. I was having insomnia last night, and I was up till 3:30. Actually creating a website. So I'll put that website in the description because check it out. It's just cool. Nothing trading related, just cool insights and quotes and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a WordPress website, so just some writings that I'll be doing. Nothing super original, like all concepts I've heard, so but just cool ones that I think people should know about, right? So I'm not gonna I won't take credit for it or anything, but if I mess something up, blame that part on me. But I think it's pretty cool, so check it out. Anyway, that out of the way. How could we have entered today on the 5 minute? I mean, we like to wait for the EMAs to catch up, right? That's our favorite way to play it. But in a market that's so aggressive, we don't want to wait too long, or else we'll miss out on the move. So seeing this bar 3 close, you could have bought the close of that, or just maybe put a limit order slightly below and then put the stop loss down here. That's a pretty wide freaking stop loss. Buying the close here at 75 and putting the stop loss below at 35. That's 40-point stop loss. That's pretty tough, especially like what if it just reverses down from this point, from bar 4. A better buy for me would have been bar 8 because it's a lot tighter of a stop loss, like a 20-point stop loss, and we get our pullback, and then after the pullback happens, we get that like stronger close up. So I think bar 8 is my favorite bar to buy. Bar 18, pretty good bar to buy too. Bar 25, there was a lot of good opportunities. I probably should have taken some trades today, but it had already moved so much that I just didn't think the expected value was. I mean, the expected value, like what I could have got out of a trade, the risk to reward, still would have been pretty good. I probably should have taken trades, but I slept in. I've been busy working on other stuff today. It's okay to miss a day. It happens. Looking at the 15-minute, not really any great bars on the 15-minute. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Bar 3 on the 15-minute. This is a great bar to join because it's a hammer up. Wider stop loss, like 50-point stop loss. That's pretty heinous. I would not like that at all. That's why we use the 5-minute bar though. Like bar 8, that's a good bar to join. Now looking at the S&P, because this one's more interesting than the NASDAQ. as a lot choppier in the morning. It didn't have that super strong bullish structure that the Nasdaq had. In fact, you could have looked at the Nasdaq and looked at this pullback, compare it to this pullback, and say, okay, I should be bullish on the S&P, because the S&P usually follows the Nasdaq. If the Nasdaq pullback is a lot less than the S&P pullback, and the Nasdaq looks pretty bullish, that is a good sign that hit the long button on the S&P. So I've been mainly trading the Nasdaq lately. But like, look at this. If we were trading the S&P, and we did happen to notice that the Nasdaq had a much smaller pullback, even ignoring that, just following our setup, our plan, bar 8, riskier buy, because like, where do you put your stop loss? Do you put it just below bar 8? You would have been stopped out. I would have lost money. Do you just put the stop loss below bar 8 and put it like where the stops you think will be, and then put it a few points below that, just below the 9 EMA? You could do that. It's like more of a gamble, and it's harder to do in live time. Bar 9 is probably the best buy. Pretty wide stop loss though, like 9 points. That's pretty dramatic of a stop loss for ES. For me, for my style, because I like to have tighter stop losses. For most people, 9 points would be a small stop loss probably. But yeah, say you bought somewhere in here, or you saw this close, you wanted to be bullish, you just put a limit buy order here with a stop like slightly lower down here, 3 or 4 points lower. That could have worked pretty well, if you did want to just buy the EMA. This is good because it's just slightly below, so this is like a good pullback to buy. I think the Nasdaq entry was easier, but I think this S&P entry is still pretty solid. But the close of bar 9 is the one you should have the most confidence in. And if it is a bigger bar, like this one, like at 9, you don't want to put it at 9 points. Just I think a lot of traders do is just halfway up the bar. It would have almost stopped you out. Bar 10 would have almost stopped you out if you just bought the close of this and put stop halfway. But you would have survived. You wouldn't have been stopped out. And you would have netted like from 8.15 to 9.15, you would have netted like 20 points. Bar 40, this looks like a good buy for sure. Yeah, I would buy this. Stop loss below. Again, pretty wide. It's only 4 points. That would have been a pretty safe stop loss. It would have been pretty uncomfortable for this. How long is this? 10:50 to 10:15, 10:20. So for 30 minutes would have been pretty uncomfortable because it doesn't really go anywhere. But trading is uncomfortable, and if you can hold through that discomfort, you can be very rewarded. So you say you buy the close of this 554, that's like a 10-point win if you just target this pivot point or retested this pivot point or slightly above that pivot point. You get 12 or 13 points. That's a pretty solid win at $50 a point. So that's pretty much my analysis today, guys. I didn't take a trade because I slept in, but life happens. I was having fun last night. I listened to like the self-improvement Dr. K podcast. Dr. K, he's a psychiatrist guy, but he doesn't really practice, just shares a lot of great insights into just how to have a better and easier life. And then I listened to like a bunch of stand-up. Listened to like two Louis specials. So it was a good night. Stayed up late. Built a website. Never done that before, but I had a good time. That is all. Thank you for watching. Hope everyone traded well today and actually made some money off this great trend. Appreciate you watching. Like, comment, and please subscribe. And I'll see you at the next video. Bye.